Good afternoon, Director Sir. Can we start?
Yes, we can start.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Hearty welcome to the validatory function of the 5-day workshop on competency-based learning by Zonal Institute of Education and Training, Mumbai. 50 participants from 25 different regions have joined, and we had 5 themes, and only one theme was taken on a day, and a little elaboration was done on that. Developing productive assessment, development of teaching material, mathematical modeling, problem-based learning, and development of multimedia material. The trained teachers will become master trainers, and they will be taking this idea to their regions, and there will be one course director, and the course directors are principals from different regions. They also attended the program with us. Therefore, once again, we welcome you all to the validatory function. And our honorable director, sir, Sri N.R. Murali, sir, is with us. He will be the chief guest for this validatory function. Now, we had very interesting sessions from experts from TIS Mumbai, HBCSE Mumbai, and TIS Hyderabad. And in the morning, there was a kind of elaboration. And then after that, a group work was done, and the participants were very active, and they have submitted their presentations in a very nice manner. So once again, hearty congratulations to all the participants for your active participation. And not only that, the timings they followed very clearly. About the time dot, they just came and joined, and it was a very fine experience working with these teachers. Now, we want to hear from you. Therefore, I start with the principal, Kendra Vidyalaya, Sector 30, Gandhinagar, to give impression about it. Sir has attended most of the program here. Therefore, over to sir, please.
Thank you, Srinivasan ji. Just 5 minutes before, I was informed by Srinivasan ji that you have to give the impression about this workshop. So first of all, big thanks to our director sir, Sri Murali sir, that he has arranged this type of workshop for our TGT also. Earlier it was for primary teachers, and luckily I was the course director for that particular program, but at that time resource persons from 5 different regions were there. So during those 5 days, I learned a lot of things during that program, and the primary teachers of our region, I mean Ahmedabad region, very healthy type of discussion was there. So even at that time, I was thinking about class 6th, 7th, 8th. Then I think 15 days back, I also called to Srinivasan ji for conducting a workshop for TGT also. So I think जिस तरीके से भी ये वर्कशॉप अरेंज हुआ है, उसमें जो 3-4 टॉपिक. So can you hear me?
Continue, sir. We are able to hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So जो most means demanding topic होते हैं, जैसा कि मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग है, और विशेष रूप से असेसमेंट स्ट्रेटजीज, जो कि हम टीचर्स डायरी का एक जो लास्ट कॉल के लिए डेवलप कर सकते हैं, और प्रोसेस
Actually, your voice is breaking.
हम ज्यादा सर एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट इन द स्कूल. उस समय
नेटवर्क
पता नहीं था, तो थोड़ा
Okay, sir. Continue, sir, please.
सर नेटवर्क की वजह से
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Network
okay.
issues, sir.
So okay, so what I can say about this workshop, it was a very nice initiative, and all the master trainer from all the regions of Kendriya Vidyalayas, now they have this responsibility to carry on these initiatives, and when they will conduct workshop in their concerned regions, then all these things which have been discussed here should reach there with all the TGTs and finally to all the students. So once again, I thank our Murli sir and all the team of ZIT Mumbai and all resource persons from different institutes and all the master trainer from all the regions for participating in this workshop very nicely and positively. So I think I will not take too much time. तो एक बार फिर से मेरा सभी टीचर से रिक्वेस्ट रहेगा कि हम इसको और बेहतर तरीके से अपने अपने रीजन में करा के ताकि इसका जो बेनिफिट है, फायदा है, वो हमारे बच्चों तक जाए. So once again, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. And now I request one of the teachers, Mr. Manivannan, TGT Mathematics from Anna Nagar, Kendriya Vidyalaya Anna Nagar, Chennai region. Over to Mr. Manivannan, please.
Sir, please. Dignified Director, ZIT Mumbai, elegant resource persons of all the days, duty bound and sincere, Srinivasan sir, dear teachers, good evening everybody. First of all, our sincere gratitude to and hearty wishes to our director to honor the next higher and honorable chair. Sir, from the chair also, உங்கள் சிந்தனை செயல்களாக வேண்டும், செயல்கள் செம்மையாக வேண்டும், கனவுகள் கருத்துக்களாக வேண்டும், காரியங்கள் வெற்றியாக வேண்டும், sir. On the inaugural day, our director gave crystal clear detailing on competency-based learning is not a trend but a practice, as flexible, self-paced, engaging, skill-based and affordable as per the supporting document CBSE circular number 34/2020. We assure you, sir, we will utilize all this. We will utilize all the advices given by you. We will take up and implement in the classes. What resources we have learned here, definitely it will be implemented for our children for the betterment. On the first day, Madam Dr. Ruchi Kumar presented on developing productive assessments to make students to build deeper and more accurate understanding through MCQs, Google Worksheet, PET simulation and Google Slides. Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much. On fourth, Madam Shika presented on development of teaching with the concepts discriminating, non-discriminating, learning conductive and learner-friendly, context-specific, available to all the learners. Then on fifth, Madam Zinat explains on mathematical modeling. A model is to make us assume, predict, to think how and improve upon, then valid finally and verify learning outcomes. Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much. On 6th November, Dr. Aloka detailed on problem-based learning and development of effective facilitation cum teaching approaches from context to cover what real-world problems. And today, on 7th November, again, Madam Dr. Ruchi Kumari taught us how to explore and multimedia resources, RoboCompass and ZeoZebra, also NROER, and so many software platforms. Thank you all the resource persons. We really learned a lot. Definitely it will be transformed to our children in our classrooms. Our sincere thanks to all the resource persons once again. We assume and we assure you, we all will implement what we learned here. Once again, our sincere thanks to director of the course and our sincere Srinivasan sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. On behalf of all the participants, we thank our CET Mumbai for comfortable learning, even though this program is online program without any adults. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Manivannan. Thank you very much for your kind words and then explaining elaborately actually what happened in and out. Thank you very much. Now, I request our Honorable Director, sir, who is the architect of this program, to give the valedictory address and bless the participants. Over to Honorable Director, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
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 This is the second program that we are organizing for the teachers of maths in the elementary section. In the policy description, schooling is divided into 3 stages: elementary, secondary, and senior secondary. Elementary includes both the primary classes and the upper primary. Upper primary is nothing but classes 6 to 8, and we call it in our executive parlance as secondary. But then the policy for classes 1 to 8 is one and the same. So when we conducted the program for the primary teachers, it had a very encouraging response. And then there was a specific proposal from one of my colleagues, Dr. Jaideep Das, and taking his suggestion, we moved forward and then conducted this program for the TGTs who are handling classes 6 to 8. You may have some kind of a doubt because the term competency that we use in our primary grading and the term competency that we use now, they are not one and the same. The competencies, as the CBSE circular also very categorically explains, are the outcome, they are one and the same. And therefore, when we speak about the competency, we need to think about the competence of the individual in using the concepts and ideas of mathematics that has been learned by him or her. And how do we teach in such a way that children do learn mathematics, and this mathematics that is learned in the classroom is used by them in their real lives? Otherwise, what we teach, textbook examples, textbook problems and solutions, and with that people are at a loss how to use it in the real life. And PISA literacy assessments, be it the reading literacy, mathematical literacy or the scientific literacy, they precisely try to assess 15-year-olds whether can they utilize the learning and apply it to the real life situations. And therefore, what has to be done in order to support our students to acquire these capabilities? So when we thought about it, then we realized that yes, our teaching needs to be reoriented and certain supports are to be provided to the teachers, and precisely on those lines 5 different themes were identified, and these 5 days we worked on each of these themes, and part of this could be used, all of them may be used in one class, or some of them may be used in one class, or only one of them may be used in one class. But then in every academic session, a teacher is required to use these things repeatedly. When it comes to mathematical modeling, it simply demonstrates how a problem is stated, constructed in order to look at a solution involving the concepts of mathematics. When it comes to problem-based learning, in life we experience lots of contexts or situations which are puzzling, perplexing, and we call them as problems. And how do we address those problems? And in order to address those problems, how do we restate, redefine, and how do we engage the various concepts that we have learned and then arrive at a solution? Then we had resources. Today, we are much different from the earlier times. In the earlier times, resources were not available at the disposal of anyone and everyone. Very select few people only had access to a lot of resources. But today, resources are available in plenty. So now, in the abundant availability, it is a task for us to locate what is actually relevant for us. Whereas in the past, scarcity was the problem and therefore we could not get access. Today we have plenty. So you go to the digital highway, either through Google or any other search engine, and then you look for one thing and you get millions of references instantaneously. And from the millions of references, what is required, what is relevant for us, we need to explore, we need to find out and then locate. Therefore, as a teacher, we also need to know what are the resources that are available for us to be used in our curricular transactions, either as a demonstration material or as a teaching material in the classroom or as a self-learning material for the students. Whatever we do, learning will not be complete unless students do personally engage themselves with the task at hand. And therefore, today's session on digital resources was an extensive introduction into all those materials and resources that are available. Remember, what was given today is not a complete list. It was an exhaustive list. But then there could be other things also, and it is for the teacher to locate them and then try to make use of them. Then we had the interesting first session on constructing productive assessments. Normally, when we consider evaluation or assessment, we presume the purpose of evaluation to prove learning. But that is a narrow view. The actual purpose of evaluation is not just to prove learning, but to improve learning. So the assessment items that we make that should stimulate the mind of the learners, that should make them actively recall their learning, and that should make them productively use their learning in arriving at an answer, in arriving at a solution, or in finding a solution. And that was the thing which was taken up on the first day. So taken as a whole, all these dimensions are required in order to ensure that our students do develop mathematical competence. And if these elements are used in our classes, I am very certain that all our students would learn mathematics effectively, and if they are required to take a PISA type examination at a later part of their time, at a later time in their lives, they would definitely be successful. Not only that, such kind of situations they are required to face it on a regular basis in their lives, that also they would be able to handle and face successfully. So dear friends, this is a beginning, and this beginning needs to be capitalized, built. And last time the model what we did was something like this. We conducted training programs at the regional level, but then we did it in a coordinated fashion. This time also we will have the program in a coordinated fashion, in the sense that that provides opportunity for the resource persons to work on a particular theme at length, in depth. Otherwise, what 5 different resource persons had shared with you for one session in the morning and then listened to your presentations for another session in the afternoon and then summed up the whole thing, it will be rather a challenging task for each one of you to specialize on all the five, and therefore we would continue to work on the very same model, and our TA Mr. Srinivasan would coordinate with the participants and then see that the teams are allotted or teams are assigned to different resource persons, and we continue to work on this. As it is envisaged, we wanted to do it in two different levels so that these things reach all the teachers. The first level is that in the regional workshop, you have teachers from all the KVs in your region taking part in it, and thereafter you continue to carry this instruction either through the teachers or involving yourself, so that these things reach all the teachers in all our KVs. And remember, I would like to recall, such kind of tests are going to be a regular feature, not just part of PISA assessments, but they are going to be a regular feature, because NEP 2020 envisages periodical assessments at three different stages in the elementary schooling, and therefore when the assessments are made, the assessments are going to be outcome based assessments, because outcomes have been specified, and whether those outcomes are demonstrated by the students or not, that is going to be tested, and therefore we need to use all these methods, strategies in our classes. Only then our students would be able to be successful in such kind of taking such kind of tests. So dear friends, I take this opportunity to thank all the resource persons for having accepted our invitation and spared their time, efforts and resources. And I thank each one of you for your active participation. In fact, you see, this is the kind of model that's going to work in the online, that initially teachers or the participants are shared some presentation, some ideas, because you see, unlike our classrooms, where all the students come with relatively no learning of the content that we are going to teach in that particular class. In a program of this kind where teachers are participating, no teacher will be attending these kind of training programs in a stage not knowing anything. Rather, many of the participants could be knowing many of these things and using many of these things in their regular classes. And therefore, it will be a kind of a recall, review or a redesigning of the ideas in the beginning, followed by engagement of the learners either on their own or in small groups, and carry out the task assigned, and thereafter share what did they do at the end, so that the learning gets consolidated. So the same model we used in the primary section, and we found it to be very beneficial, and we will be using the same once again in the TGTs, and we hope that will also serve the purpose, for which I earnestly solicit your active and keen involvement. And of course, last time when the principals were asked to do it for the first time, they were not directly exposed to the way in which this program is arranged, and therefore we thought it we should provide principals also an opportunity to experience this, so that they are able to get a feel of this program and ensure that such a feel they are able to replicate in their programs when they conduct it at the regional level. And of course, we are sorry that we did not think about this possibility much before the commencement of the course. Rather, it struck us only on the first day, and that is the reason why we had to take some time and get the approvals and then inform you at a subsequent time. But in future, when we run programs of this kind, we will keep note of the fact that along with the resource persons, the directors also take part in the program right from the beginning. I thank my colleague Mr. Srinivasan for having liaisoned with the resource persons, for having done all the preparatory works, and for staying with all of you right through the entire duration of the course. And I also thank all my fellow colleagues who were directly involved and indirectly involved in the conduct of this program. And of course, to my seniors in the headquarters for having approved this program, and wish that in the task of assisting or supporting our students to learn, we always turn out to be successful. Thank you and all the very best.
So thank you very much, sir, for your kind words and encouraging the participants.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now,
Thank you
may I
very much, sir.
request all the participants to stay back for some instructions. Only the teacher participants, please stay back for instructions. Okay, well, friends, thank you. One or two instructions. All the proceedings have been recorded, and we will be sharing the video of every session. The video will be of this type. First, the morning session, separate video, and the evening session will be a separate video. For all the 5 days, videos have been recorded, and give some time to do some editing in that because we have to do some stitching. Therefore, these videos will be shared by most probably by Monday. Then all the 5 presentations and all the links given by this resource person, those who took the sessions, it is also will be given to you. And as sir told, we are having a plan. We will be just sharing that plan also, how to do it in your ZET, that is in your region. But actually it was a plan like this. For example, ZET Mumbai, it is having 5 regions with that. Therefore, the program will be conducted for all the 5 regions at the same time. And there are 10 people are there. When you take it as a calculation, there are 10 RPs. In that, out of that 5 different themes, 2 RPs will take a particular theme, and they will be doing it in turn to all the regions. For example, if a particular person is taking this developing productive assessment, he will be doing it for Ahmedabad region on the first day, Jaipur region for the second day, Patna region for the third day, Mumbai region for the 4th day, and Raipur region for the 5th day. In the same way, the other person also will come in rotation. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. You know the way how we can do the permutations. But we will do the permutations so that yes, 2 persons will take that particular theme, one theme, and all the 5 themes will be taken by these 10 people, and they will be doing this one at the same time. Therefore, a person who is doing, for example, productive assessment, if it takes, then the 2 RPs can concentrate on that. They can collect the material on that, and then they can do better. It is actually our idea. We will be sending that caging in the way how it should be done, and it will be shared with all the course directors also, that is the principals also, and all the resource persons also. Any other doubt you can ask now.
Sir, please, this caging, once again, you please repeat.
Sir, the caging is suppose I think I took a Mumbai region as an example. In the Mumbai region, there are 10 RPs are there. Therefore, out of these 10 RPs, 2 RPs will take productive assessment, 2 RPs will take teaching material, 2 RPs will take modeling. The next 2 RP will take problem-based learning. The next 2 will take development of multimedia material. I think this is okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. For example, the first
Nice.
the first 2%, sir, 1 minute, sir. The first 2% who took the developing productive assessment, they will be handling the same thing for all the 5 days, but for all the different 5 regions. For example, the first day they will take it for Ahmedabad, the next day they will take it for Jaipur, the 3rd day they will take it for Mumbai, the 4th day they will take it for Patna, the 5th day they will take it for Raipur. The interesting idea is every day you will learn a better thing, therefore you can do better in that. Instead of going on taking all the 5 at the same time, if you concentrate on one theme and the material you can prepare, 2 people are there, already some material you are having, I'm not telling that it's totally 10%. The material which we are giving, actually it will give an eye opener for you. With that you can develop the material, and please do it in the same way. That is, try to have the session in the morning and have a kind of interaction with them. Give them a space for doing the activities. Let them come back in the evening, and you can collect all the material and then get it distributed among all the participants of your region.